Hardly anyone realizes how important backing up their data is until they've lost something important. So how do students typically lose their data? Well, the first way is hard drive failure. Typically there's some sort of manufacturing defect that may not show up for months or even years after the laptop has been purchased. Second one is stolen laptop. A couple years ago, the screenwriter Ford Coppola was writing a screenplay in Argentina. He went out for dinner, came back, and his laptop, along with the external hard drive, had been stolen. And unfortunately for him, he had no other backups, so he ended up rewriting a big chunk of it. He was able to recover some from emails of earlier copies of the screenplay that he'd sent to other people, but ended up doing a lot of extra work. And lastly, there's fire or natural disaster. And this is a true story from about 4 years ago. A student came to me a bit upset. She had a new laptop that she was having a hard time getting set up. And what had happened is she'd had her laptop in her basement suite, and there'd been a fire in the house. And the laptop burnt in the fire, again, along with the external hard drive. So she had no backup for her data, unfortunately. So that said, we recommend you set up a 3-2-1 backup system. Now, the 3-2-1 stands for 3 copies of any files that you want to keep, 2 of those copies being on different media types. So for example, 1 on a hard drive, 1 on a cloud backup solution, and 1 of those backups somewhere off-site. Typically nowadays that'll be on a cloud backup solution. And that's just to make sure that if there is some sort of a fire or natural disaster, that you can recover your data. Some options for cloud backup solution are Google Drive, which gives you 5 gigabytes of backup for free. Dropbox, which also gives you 5 gigabytes of space to store your files. iCloud, and I think they're 5 gigs as well. And Skydrive, which I think gives you about 20 gigabytes of space. And all of these solutions synchronize your files between your hard drive and the cloud. So you have a copy on your hard drive as well as in the cloud. And if you have multiple computers or you have a tablet or a phone device, it'll also synchronize the files between your computer and your mobile device, which for some people can be quite useful. So a little exercise to finish up with. I want you to ask yourself if you have a 3-2-1 backup system in place, or at the very least, do you have an off-site backup or a cloud storage backup? And if you don't, now would be a good time to try to set something like that up. And lastly, explain why backing up is important to a family member or friend, and try to answer any questions they have. And good luck.